Welcome to a rainy Central Florida afternoon.
Isn't that the truth?
Hey everyone, Dana Leslie back for another Disney Dining review.
We are headed with our ponytail and hat in the rain to Animal Kingdom theme park today to go to Satu'li Canteen. Now, I already know that this is one of our favorites, but hopefully it will live up to everything I remember from the last time we were there.
This is kind of between quick service and table service, in my opinion, just because the food quality is kind of better than pretty much every other quick service, not every other quick service out there. It's kind of like Polite Pig. As far as like food quality, like it's technically quick service. Anyway, I love a lot of things about this restaurant, at least I have in the past. We haven't been in a while.
Yeah.
It's been over 6 months since we've been there, so I'm excited to see if anything has changed. And because you can mobile order, we are gonna do that right now.
There are lots of like different kinds of bowls. There's some pre-made bowls, and then there's also some bowls that you get to pick your base and your sauce. So we're doing a little mixture here. There's also the cheeseburger pots. Are we doing that today?
No, the thing to get here is the bowls, right? So you pick your main ingredient mixture, shrimp, beef, chicken, tofu, that kind of stuff. And then you can pick the base and the sauce. But for kids, I think the cheeseburger pod is probably the winner. We've had them before too. They're good.
Pretty good.
It's basically a bao bun with like,
mixed up cheeseburger filling.
yeah, almost like sloppy Joe consistency, except not as
sloppy.
It kind of tastes like a McDonald's cheeseburger ground up in a bao bun.
So let's place this order. So I went to Satu'li Canteen on my Disney experience. I'm choosing order my food, and I'm picking an arrival window. What do you think? Between 3 and 3:15?
What's the next
3:30?
one? Yeah, probably 3:30.
Okay, 3:30 to 3:45. And then I'm getting the Ocean Moon Bowl. This has blue noodles, tuna, watermelon radish, pickled daikon, rainbow carrots, avocado, cucumbers, and red cabbage with miso and sweet soy drizzle topped with micro cilantro. So I don't really get to pick anything necessarily on that, but whenever I add it to my order, it didn't let me like choose anything additional. Now, Dan, I think, is getting the chili spice crispy fried tofu bowl.
Yes.
Okay. And so then you get to choose what your base is.
I'm gonna do rice and beans, I think.
Okay, so you could also choose red and sweet potato hash, a hearty salad, or if you wanted the plant-based option. Whew, that was hard. You can do noodles, and then the sauce, you can choose charred or green onion, a vinaigrette, black bean vinaigrette, or creamy herb sauce.
I'm gonna do the black bean vinaigrette.
All right, perfect. And then do you want to keep the boba balls, the vegetable slaw, sauce, and no blueberry cream cheese mousse?
I think we should get the blueberry cream cheese mousse since that's like the really cool, popular dessert, right?
Okay.
We gotta try that.
Getting a little dessert then. All right, so we're adding that. And then anything else?
No.
Okay, so let's go view my order. And that all looks correct. So our subtotal for this was $37.07 with tax. It's $39.48. I don't think that they do a discount here because it didn't populate. All right, so once you have done your mobile order, it says, please wait for your arrival window. And then whenever it's within your arrival window and you're there, you say, I'm here. And then they'll let you know whenever it's ready.
Side note, there are a couple of beers that are specific to the Pandora section of Animal Kingdom. You can get them at Pangu Pangu, which is the drink snack stand right outside of Satu'li Canteen. You can also get them in Satu'li Canteen. We got a lot of work to do tonight, so we're not going to indulge in that, but they are pretty good. There's a green one and then an amber one, and we've had them both, and they're both pretty tasty.
Shall we go make our window?
I think we should. Let's do this.
excited about this. Look at how pretty my dish is.
Yours looks really good.
It's got like blue noodles. It's very exotic and very Pandora, I feel like.
I mean, that's got like avocado and edamame and really
watermelon radish.
good looking like sushi grade fish. Mine is a little bit more mundane, but it was also less expensive. I think this was $13.99 as opposed to, I think that was $17.99.
But the fried tofu looks amazing.
Fried tofu looks great. It's got a black bean vinaigrette on there and then beans and rice base. I'm excited about this.
I don't know how I'm gonna get everything in one bite. I don't think it's possible actually, but yeah, I know, right?
Well, this is ridiculous. All right.
Those flavors are fantastic. It's colder, but I think it's supposed to be.
I think it's supposed to be. I think because it's like the sushi grade.
Yeah. So, but it's so like refreshing. The flavors go well together.
Those blue noodles, it's not like spaghetti. It's a little more
Dense.
firm, dense. Yeah.
And I do like watermelon radish.
Would you like to try the tofu with black beans and rice and a black bean vinaigrette?
Yes.
Really well done. Excellent temperature. Yeah, I think yours is supposed to be on the cooler side because mine is perfect.
Yep.
Very, very crispy tofu. I like that. I'm sure it's not the healthiest tofu meal ever, but I like that it is a healthier option in a sea of unhealthy choices in a theme park, right?
Well, I think generally everything here at Satu'li Canteen is, I mean, regardless if you're doing chicken or beef or the cheeseburger pods or, I mean, the dessert is a splurge. But you know, the bowls just in and of themselves kind of lend themselves to be a little on the healthier side, it feels like. At least it feels like you're being healthy.
All right, well, we are gonna enjoy this. Okay, and last but not least, it is splurge time with the cheesecake, the
blueberry cream mousse,
blueberry
cream cheese mousse.
Oh my gosh, okay. Let's try. So there's like a yellow lemon curd thing on top, and then a blueberry cheesecake bottom.
It's good.
It's good. Tried them separately, and they're good separately. Together though. This dessert has been around since they opened in 2017. We've gotten it multiple times. It's usually pretty solid. It's just, they have it refrigerated, it's ready to go whenever you want it.
It looks out of this world.
It's very, very cool. It's a cool presentation. It's a cool idea. It's different flavors, and it's not your traditional like funnel cake or ice cream cone or Mickey bar or anything like that.
It's kind of light and refreshing too.
It is. It's light and refreshing.
All right, well, we're gonna finish this up at home.
All right, we are back.
All right, we have lots to say about Satu'li Canteen, but first, if you are looking to plan your next magical vacation, please reach out to us over at Fantastical Vacations. We plan Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and all-inclusive resorts.
I really like this restaurant. I like it for a number of reasons. In fact, I'm just going to jump straight to it. I think that the overall thing that draws you in is just the experience as a whole. And you can't say that for nearly any other quick service place on Disney property because it just kind of has a little bit of everything. It is super convenient. It is out of the way enough to where it's not like, I think the word's gotten out, like it is a popular restaurant, but it is not like in the heart of the hub on Main Street, something like that, where people are just gonna run right into it that don't know any better. The food is amazing. The service is pretty quality as well. Should we just jump right in?
Yeah, so I mean, and I would say, I would add, it's very unique. Like it's just for a theme park, quick service restaurant, it's just unique and different, and that's really cool.
It's enjoyable, and usually quick service is more just like scratching an itch, right? You're hungry, you gotta eat somewhere fast, cheap, you just need something to fuel yourself, get that energy, and then go. Here, it's actually enjoyable, and so I really, really like Satu'li Canteen. Yeah, let's jump in. All right, ambiance.
Okay, so we went on and off time, but we have been to this restaurant multiple times at all different times of the day, whenever it's been very busy, whenever it's not so busy. All that to say, the ambiance here, you have tons of inside seating. You have a pretty fair amount of outside seating that is covered. So even in the heat of the day, you know, in the middle of summer, it's not terrible out there because it has shade. So we ranked ambiance very high. I mean, we think it's a 5 with the flow of the whole place. Even wherever you sit, you kind of don't feel like you're just like crammed up on top of people. The way they've laid it out, and it kind of like flows.
And I like the choice of seating. So there's several booths in there that you can sit 6, 7, maybe cram an 8th person in there, like big circle booths. There's 4 tops. It's just, there's, banquettes, there's regular tables, you have your choice. And like you said, they're not right up on each other because there's walkways between. And it kind of curves around there. So you don't feel like you're just on top of each other. And with those high ceilings, even though there's no carpeting, it doesn't like get super, I mean, it gets loud in there, but it's not like deafening loud in there.
So theming, so it goes definitely with that kind of Pandora vibe. Whenever we were walking in, I was paying attention. There was like a Navi mixing bowl displayed like down kind of near the floor on this little display area. There was like different dishes and stuff displayed, and just the design and the lighting and everything that's up high in the restaurant, it all flows just very well with the overall feel of Pandora.
I think it's definitely above average. I don't think it's like the best themed restaurant in all of the world. It definitely goes. Like, it goes with the rest of Pandora. They just continued that theming right on through the restaurant. It's well themed. It's definitely above average. That being said, there's nothing like over the top. There's nothing like really tying you into story or anything like that. It's just the decor. Like, the decor flows with Pandora. Well,
and I think the food does too. Kind of like our dessert was kind of like that feel, that space weird vibe.
So we went with a 4 on theming.
Yes.
Service.
All right, so first off, there is somebody right at the door greeting you, kind of telling you where to go. I think part of that is probably so people don't just go in and sit down who are just trying to get out of the heat or the weather. But she said, do you have an order? And I said, yes. And she goes, okay, you just go down here to the left, and was very pleasant. The person that gave me my food was very nice. And then I love that they bring people around. Like, we had finished our food and we had it set off to the side and we were working on our dessert. And she came and took our tray with our dishes on it and took care of that for us. So we didn't even have to do that part, which was really nice.
Yep. Mobile order was super easy. We ordered from sitting right here in our home, and we showed up
about 12 minutes early.
A little early.
So I just rescheduled my pickup time.
Yeah. And so, assuming that there's availability, which there was at 3:20 in the afternoon, then you can do that, and it was ready within a few minutes. Once you click your here, it was very quick. There is self-service beverages and cutlery and whatever accompaniments, like they've got packages of like ketchup and mustard and that kind of stuff. But they were nice. I don't think anyone went like over the top, but way above average. I mean, like, the service here, like, not to mention, like, you can even not order anything here at all, and there are 5-gallon water jugs, usually with ice water, cold water, outside underneath the outdoor seating that's covered, and you can just go in there, grab a cup of water, self-service, and then just go tour Pandora. Like, you don't even have to be eating there to get those. So I think that's a nice touch.
We went with a 4.5 for the service.
Food, we absolutely love here. We love the fact that there are some different things, right? It's not your traditional hamburger and hot dog by any stretch of the imagination. I love the build your own bowl kind of philosophy, that you choose like a base, a main, and then some sort of sauce that goes on top of that. They've got some fun things, but I will say the one thing for me that I ding them on just a little bit is that their options for kids are still a little weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's still, just the bao bun, cheeseburger pods, the pretzel hot dog thing that they have there. Probably will feed most people, but maybe not like the absolute best place to go if you have picky eaters.
Yeah, it's definitely the amount of selection for the non-adventurous eaters is very slim. So that's where we kind of knocked them just a little bit on that one. And we decided that food overall was a 4.5 because really, I don't think I've ever remembered a time that I have been disappointed with my food here.
It's fresh, and I feel like it's pretty healthy for theme park food. You got plant-based options, you've got your meat lovers stuff. I think you can definitely find something as long as you're okay with just a little bit of adventure. I think you're gonna find a very good meal here.
All right, so if you add all that up and divide it out, that gives a very high score of 4.5 out of 5 for Satu'li Canteen. So if you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it.
Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend mobile ordering, and maybe prior, especially if you're there at a busy time of day, at a busy time of year. So Animal Kingdom starts getting empty at 4 p.m. and we showed up there at 3:20, so it was already starting to kind of empty out. So if you're there for lunchtime on a busy time of year, especially weekends, holiday weekends, definitely check a couple hours beforehand what time slots are available in your mobile order in the My Disney Experience app, because it may be a couple hours from when you think you might actually want to eat. So if you're hungry at that moment and you pull it up and you can't get a slot for a couple hours, that's a bummer.
That's a good tip for all the places that accept mobile ordering.
Yeah.
Well, if you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.